Have you been feasting this Lunar New Year holiday? Hope you're still hungry. TaiwanPlus is going through some tasty classics, from sticky rice cakes made the traditional way to fish dishes said to bring good fortune. How about some flowers that are as sweet as they are beautiful? Plus, a sizzling twist on meaty favorites for vegan diners. Hello and welcome to this Lunar New Year special show here at TaiwanPlus. I'm Joyce Tseng. You may be feeling full as the holiday winds down, but if you're anything like me, I know you have a second stomach. We'll be taking a look at some of the best dishes Taiwan has to offer, starting with one of the most popular snacks, niangao, which is a kind of glutinous rice cake. One street in Pingtung County is famous for making them, and business is always booming this time of year. Leslie Liao reports.
11 bamboo steamer baskets are stacked up, a scene that can be witnessed in the early months of each year in Pingtung County in Taiwan's south. The area has been given the moniker Jiuru Niangao Street, referring to niangao, a type of glutinous rice cake eaten over the Lunar New Year. This street used to be lined with niangao vendors, but today only 2 remain. With the Lunar New Year fast approaching, these shops are getting busy. And the owners say the secret to their success is using wood-fired stoves instead of gas. Popular as they are, these shops are telling people to order early and fast because a single batch of niangao takes 8 hours to make. Lunar New Year is a time for tradition, and if these shops' popularity has anything to say about tradition, it's that there's no shortcuts to quality and taste. Joseph Wu and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
Ahead of Lunar New Year, elderly people from all over Taiwan gathered for a special feast just for them. Tiffany Wong has this story.
New Year, new friends. Nearly 300 seniors from around Taiwan gathered in Taipei for an early Lunar New Year celebration.
我们老了，没有什么那个活动嘛，看看走一走看看，看看这个外面怎么样？
因为我们在乡下，一来这边看到这个大都市里，看这个市面，很高兴啊。
我们这个有这个活动，我才有上来，因为脚不方便。
Many of the people here have some situation that may make it difficult for them to socialize regularly. They might be from remote areas or low-income households. Some experience cognitive issues related to age. But charity group the Federation for the Welfare of the Elderly says that shouldn't stop them from keeping holiday traditions alive, especially the tradition of coming together.
围炉是一个年节的关心。第二个就是不管他独居，不管他失智会走失，不管他是没有家属，甚至是有家属都不在身边，自己被关在5层楼的公寓，他依然是要被我们关心的。
As Taiwan becomes a super-age society, many older people find themselves navigating life alone. But events like this remind them that there are still people who care, preserving the spirit of the family holiday. Justin Wu and Tiffany Wong for TaiwanPlus.
Pork belly buns and spring rolls are flying off the shelves in Taiwan as people celebrate the end of the Lunar Year. Known as Weiya, it's traditionally celebrated in the middle of the 12th month of the lunar calendar. Many companies host banquets around this time to treat their employees. Eating pork buns or guabao is popular due to its lucky symbolism.
挂包象征就像钱包嘛，所以就是有个算是尾牙最后结束有一个钱包那个吉利的感觉。
Meat is traditionally a big part of the Lunar New Year feast, but as veganism has become more popular in Taiwan, some entrepreneurs are developing plant-based versions of meaty favorites. Sally Jensen went to try some.
This is one of the most popular dishes in Taiwan, pork belly. But what's sizzling on the pan is a new take on an old favorite. This is a vegan pork belly developed by a Taiwanese-American startup called Lipid. The company has produced and patented a plant-based fat which resembles animal fat without harming any animals. It's now being served in some Taipei restaurants.
This could be a solution to the general kind of plant-based meat market, because there isn't a quality plant-based fat that can mimic the mouthfeel, texture, and also the flavor delivery of animal fat.
It's a first in a country where traditional dishes are meat-laden and Western-style fast food is growing in popularity. It looks like pork belly, it smells like pork belly, and it certainly tastes like pork belly. But this bacon mac and cheese is much more than that. It's a turning point in Taiwan's growing trend towards veganism. Veganism, which avoids the use of all animal products, is on the rise in Taiwan. But many here, as Buddhists and Taoists, have long practiced meat avoidance in their diets. As for younger Taiwanese, according to one of the country's leading animal protection groups, they have other reasons for cutting back on meat.
很多年轻人都开始吃素，气候变迁也是变成一个很及时，我们马上要面对的问题，大家都可以贡献。那个贡献就是你要从这个蔬食的多选择蔬食开始。
Research from the UK's Oxford University has found that a vegan diet results in 75% less climate heating emissions, water pollution, and land use than meat-eating diets. But despite those statistics and wider climate consciousness, a domestic survey by the Environment and Animal Society in Taiwan showed that meat consumption continues to rise, reflecting the challenges faced by local consumers.
Just like me, I like braised pork belly, but at some point, I just don't want to, either I don't want to harm the animals, either I don't want to do that much harm to the environment, but I have a second choice.
The option might now be more readily available on the menu, but even with a vegan pork belly, encouraging consumers to make that choice could remain a tall order. Eason Chen and Sally Jensen for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan is known for its local delicacies. Some of those can only be enjoyed during specific seasons. Our reporter Sandy Chi heads to the Bluefin Tuna Festival in southern Taiwan to get a taste of this season's offerings.
This is Bluefin tuna. It's something of an icon in Donggang, southern Taiwan. Locals love this tuna, and it is said that it can be consumed from head to tail. It's Bluefin tuna season, a time when these massive fish migrate through nearby waters. And that's good news for seafood lovers, as bluefin meat makes some of the freshest sashimi.
It's really delicious.
我们点的是综合，那当然那个黑尾鱼是很容易就辨别 ，Q 弹不油腻。
A few decades ago, people in Taiwan weren't big fans of this fish. Back then, the country exported 80% of its bluefin catches to Japan. But that all changed after the first Bluefin Tuna Festival was organized in 2001.
我们很多餐厅，他开始会去研发一些黑尾鱼的料理。那他去研发出这样子的料理，其实游客来就变成说，这几年的黑尾鱼几乎是供不应求。
With the festival bringing in thousands of tourists, local seafood restaurants have strived to make their dishes even more unique and attractive.
这几年那个消费抬头意识蛮高的，大家都喜欢吃鲜甜的好的鱼。
Besides sashimi, local chefs have used every part of the fish to craft exquisite meals.
下巴、琵琶骨这做烤的是不输给生鱼片。另外还有眼睛，黑尾鱼的眼睛做汤也非常非常的好吃。尾巴的部分也可以做红烧的，也很棒。黑尾鱼可以从头吃到尾，由皮吃到内脏都非常好。
With so many new and creative ways of consuming this prized fish, seafood lovers are in for a real treat during Bluefin tuna season. Alex Chen, Kamashu, Piti Zhuang, and Sani Chi for TaiwanPlus.
Coming up, get a taste of this popular fruity treat straight from Taiwan's strawberry capital. Stay tuned.
Soaring into the year of the dragon. TaiwanPlus.
In the face of adversity, the power of truth.
A roadmap for a just and open world, charted by the freest country in Asia.
Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
TaiwanPlus News, a voice of freedom in Asia.
Welcome back. Hope you've got room for some more scrumptious stories. Red is a lucky Lunar New Year color, and in Taiwan, there's a little red fruit that's ripe just around this time of year. Sally Jensen went down to the strawberry heartland to get a taste.
The middle of winter might not bring the sort of weather you'd associate with strawberries, but here in Taiwan, it's peak strawberry season. Every year, thousands of people descend on the country's strawberry capital, here in Dahu, Miaoli, to pick as many as they can.
带小朋友出来特别采草莓这样子，我们已经有就是有一段时间没有那个，然后想说一路就是干脆带到大湖来这边，让他们再体验看看这样子。
草莓是冬天的水果了，那而且它是过年的那个季节它才会盛产的，所以大部分到过年的时候我们都会有那种采草莓的这种行程。
它的样子跟颜色也都比较好。
The season also coincides with Lunar New Year, and even though strawberries are not a traditional holiday treat, the fruit's roundish shape and red color, auspicious spring festival symbols, make the strawberry an ideal gift for friends and family.
过年嘛，就是大红啊，大家都要，不管是事业、健康什么的，鸿运当头嘛，对不对？然后健康一点，然后就是。 看起来就觉得哇，好可爱哦，好美哦，然后红色配绿色更显眼。
There's also the fortunately named dafu, a sort of mochi filled with red bean paste, and at its heart, a strawberry. Originally hailing from Japan, it's taken Taiwan by storm.
东方人的习俗就是说，过年一家人团聚要圆圆满满，大福吃大福也就是福气满满。
Here at Dahu's Strawberry Winery, you can really feel the festive atmosphere. Tourists can browse a selection of strawberry-based surprises to see in a sweet spring season. Happy Lunar New Year from Andy Schwer and Sally Jensen in Miaoli County for TaiwanPlus.
When you think of Taiwan, you probably don't think of French pastries, but a French chef living in Taipei has been recognized for excellence in French dessert. Lizzie Liao paid him a visit.
Chocolate truffles with spicy peppercorns, and macaron with wasabi and grapefruit. Chef Cyril Courant has been making his creations in Taiwan for 13 years, taking inspiration from local ingredients.
Sometimes eating in a restaurant, sharing with some other friend, that's where I discover the macao pepper. And straight away when I smell it, I was thinking, well, that will go great with the chocolate.
He and his wife Sabine own 2 French pastry shops in Taipei. The pair have run their business for a decade now, but the chef's journey started much earlier than that.
And I got the passion from my dad working in his restaurant. And then I went to pastry. I learned about pastry and chocolate and ice cream.
Sabine, on the other hand, has a seasoned background in food service.
My parents actually already were in the business with a restaurant, and then I always swear to myself, oh, I will never go in that business.
The pair moved to Taiwan after stints in France, Germany, London, and China.
We come to Taiwan with my wife already a few times before, and we really enjoy the people. It was very friendly, and the food, the culture, the tradition.
Their work includes redefining Taiwan's understanding of French desserts.
Everybody we ask, do you like macaron? Oh yeah, they're very cute. I said, no, I'm not talking about the look, I'm talking about, do you like to eat them? And then the answer was always, oh no, they are too sweet. So I took that feedback to Cyril, and my husband said, that's the wrong idea of a macaron. A macaron don't have to be sweet.
Cyril's creative concoctions not only earned him recognition in Taiwan, but also worldwide. Earlier this month, he was inducted into Relais des Arts, a prestigious association of 100 elite chefs dedicated to preserving and advancing the art of French dessert internationally. Entry into Relais des Arts begins with a recommendation from a current member.
In 2019, one of the chefs visited me, and we had a talk, and I asked him about the process, and he really motivated me and support me to send my application.
Acceptance into the organization is dependent on much more than a chef's creation. It considers the shop as a whole.
It's not only him, actually. I have to say it's as well service, because they check as well that the service fulfills certain criteria, okay? So I'd be very proud to be in it as well.
Cyril and Sabine have achieved excellence doing something they love, an accomplishment not everyone can lay claim to. And their recognition as one of the world's premier dessert shops can only help elevate Taiwan's culinary standards. Patrick Sun and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
Food is central in several holidays here in Taiwan as a way of reuniting people. We're revisiting a popular food from the Mid-Autumn Festival, egg yolk pastries. Our reporter Yujing Huang visited a bakery staffed by ex-prisoners, where the pastries aren't just a symbol, they actually do bring people closer to home.
Baker Liu Chenxian has rolled dough like this thousands of times over the past month. He's making a distinctive mooncake that originated in Taiwan, egg yolk pastries. These pastries are popular during the Mid-Autumn Festival. The round shape of the treats symbolize reunion and homecoming. To grab Mid-Autumn Festival business, many bakeries churn out these festive pastries. But this bakery has a different goal. Established by the Always New Halfway House in Tainan, bakers here are all ex-prisoners jailed for drug charges. They are working here to keep themselves clean.
就是关了差不多快11年多，所以就是想说，真的还要这样再继续下去吗？已经40岁了，老了，所以就想说，应该要找一个方式来把毒品戒掉，这样。
The halfway house's first step in helping their residents rebuild their lives is to try and reconnect them with their families. Workers there encourage the ex-prisoners to send their earnings from baking home, so their families can see that they are serious about getting their lives back on track. But reconnecting may be difficult, as many of them have been rejected by their families.
从96年的时候开始。 就家人就开始关的时候，家人就完全放弃了，就放弃我。一次还可以接受，第二次可以，第三次就放弃了。
At this halfway home, ex-offenders can learn new skills and build new friendships, supported by people who are facing similar challenges.
Lü Anken had also been in and out of jail since his 20s. 3 years after staying at a separate halfway house, he became a life coach here. He made that step partially because of encouragement from his son, who he had lost contact with for over 10 years.
他看到我的改变，他觉得时候到了，而且我儿子跟我讲一句话，让我一直记到他。他说，他要我好好的，因为我的过往，当我改变以后，我可以。 把我的精力去帮助后面的人，他觉得我这样做是一件非常有意义的事情。
To people like Liu, the road home may be long, but he's on his way. He's already managed to reconnect with his son, who Liu hadn't seen since he was a baby. With every mooncake he makes, Liu takes one step further on the road to prove that he's a changed man. Kamashi and Yujing Huang for TaiwanPlus.
Spending the holidays away from family can be tough. For a Vietnamese woman living in Taiwan, she has found a way to connect with people here with a new passion, making jelly cakes. Sandy Chi has her story.
Carefully injecting colored agents into a layer of jelly, Wu Fang Cao has made a flower bloom. This is jelly art, and it saved Wu from her darkest moments. Born in Vietnam, she moved to Taiwan at the age of 19, giving up everything back home for her husband. Years later, after giving birth to her first child, she felt lonely and depressed. That was when she discovered the world of jelly cakes.
如果大家看果冻的话，会看那个色面真的很美，让我喜欢上。然后我就跟我先生提出，我觉得很美，很想学。那我先生看到我有点犹豫，他就说，不然你回越南学呀。
And like that, Wu began her jelly cake journey. She opened Yilan's first 3D jelly cake shop in 2016 with her husband. Their business was not as good as they'd hoped. It gradually began to grow. With her artistic talent, Wu even began teaching other people how to make flour jelly cakes.
他就要包，因为牡丹是要包，包好了，我觉得这里有少一点点，我们就继续5个2根。
其实我觉得老师他本身就像一颗太阳，他就是在教的时候，你会觉得他很专注、很热情。你问他任何的问题，他都能回答你。
Making these beautiful flowers require a lot of attention to detail, from the design to choosing the colors and tools. They all play important roles when creating the perfect cake. Wu even collected different sets of tools to make the right petals for different flowers.
像我们这种就是牡丹花，他们是专用的工具，所以要看个人的需求，喜欢什么花，我们才来挑选工具。那工具以外，我们还有特殊，假如你要做动物型的，还有他们专用的雕刻刀。
Wu also has to prepare the cake ingredients at the perfect temperature to make sure the colors are just right.
像火龙果，如果你一直煮高温，它颜色会越来越淡，不是你想要的。所以我们要一直保温，保温差不多60度，不能给它太高。
For Wu, getting to where she is today required patience, passion, but also her husband's support.
他说失败就没关系。以前我年轻有很多梦想，可是不敢去做，也没有人支持。那现在你有梦想，你可以去做，因为后面有我的支持。我想说，好感动哦，这个男的哈，我接对了。
Wu has now realized her dream, and now she and her husband are sharing their passion with others and letting it bloom. Patrick Chen and Tiny Chi for TaiwanPlus.
This year, the last official day of the Lunar New Year coincides with Valentine's Day. One of Taiwan's lesser-known award-winning foods is in fact a classic Valentine's treat, chocolate. I had the chance to meet some top chocolatiers at a culinary expo. Seafood noodles, meatballs, custard wheel cakes, you name it. Taiwan's highlight reel of food is here at the culinary exhibition in Taipei's World Trade Center. 600 vendors are here. Some are showcasing their craft, turning humble local ingredients, like a sweet potato, into an elevated caramelized treat. And crowds are excited to get a taste of local cuisines, as well as some special appearances from abroad.
这个Hiroshima 的 okonomiyaki 很好，尤其他们这个师傅是专程从日本来的。
But the main attraction is a celebration of Taiwan's ingredients, and one region in particular has built an international reputation for its produce. Pingtung County lies on Taiwan's southernmost tip. It's a leader in the country's exports and is probably most famous for its sweet pineapples. So much so that those pineapples were banned by Beijing in 2021. In the face of a risky surplus, several countries rallied around Taiwan and bought up those pineapples, including Japan, when led by the late Japanese Prime Minister Abe Shinzo. Aside from pineapples, Pingtung is also well known for another sweet treat, chocolate. The county's cacao creations have won several international competitions, and the chocolatiers that have traveled up to this Taipei Expo say that what makes their bars so good is the Pingtung soil.
屏东的环境，种植的环境是比较适合。对，现在因为可可需要高温多湿，果香味会更浓厚一点。
The region's chocolate industry has its origins in Pingtung's abundant betel palms, but most Taiwanese have weaned off chewing on those trees' betel nuts, a mild stimulant. Instead, farmers started planting cacao. This year, the county brought in several medals from the International Chocolate Awards.
屏东县政府让全世界就知道，可以看到屏东所有的可可农的努力的成果。
Though chocolate may not be considered one of Taiwan's signature foods, these Pingtung chocolatiers are proud that their homegrown cacao products are well loved by fans both here at home and around the world. Scott Huang and Joyce Tseng for TaiwanPlus. After all those images of food, I certainly am feeling the munchies. In fact, since it's Lunar New Year and Valentine's Day, why not share some sweet treats with the TaiwanPlus team here in Taipei? And actually, I've got some of the Pingtung chocolates that you saw earlier right here. So come along with me and we'll share some with the newsroom.
Hey, Joy.
Hey, it's Yujing Huang, who you heard from earlier with some chocolate golden coins.
I thought we could spread some extra luck with the office.
That's great. And I mean, I've got Pingtung chocolates right here. Have you had any of these before?
No, I'd love to try some.
Yeah, let's go for it. Cheers.
Try some.
A bit more bitter than I'm used to, but really good.
Yeah.
Let's go over and share some with the team. Thanks for your help, Eugene. Thank you for watching this special edition of TaiwanPlus News. If you liked our stories, be sure to visit our website at taiwanplus.com and follow our social media. I'm Joyce Tseng. Happy Valentine's Day and have a roaring Year of the Dragon.